I will fight for mine. I promise to God I will. Hey everybody, what's good? So y'all, this is a story time. Y'all, so first off, some little girl was messing with my daughter or whatever. So she was playing outside one day, and some little girl, she came to me and said some little girl had punched her. So I'm like, who? The one that's supposedly your friend that you play with every day? What's she doing punching you? Talking about, yeah, she was punching me and she was acting like she was playing, but she kept doing it. Because I teach my kids, pick your battles. You don't just go around fighting people unless it's something that you really need to fight about. So she was like, yeah, well, she punched me. So I went outside. I talked to the little girl or whatever. I'm like, okay, so you punched my daughter? You touched my daughter? She gonna swear up and down, nah, she ain't do nothing, she ain't do nothing, she ain't do nothing. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't even want to talk to you because I know my daughter ain't gonna lie about nothing like that. So I said, where her mom at? So my daughter was like, yeah, she stay over here in this apartment building, blah, 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 blah. So I went over there to the mother. She was happened to be walking outside. And so I'm like, okay, should I say something to her? Maybe I shouldn't because she do got her Tyler with her, blah, blah, blah. So I walked up to her and I'm like, okay, so your daughter punched my daughter. She act like wasn't nothing wrong with it. So I'm like, okay, your daughter punched my daughter and you ain't gonna tell your daughter not to punch my daughter? So this when things get crazy. Like, I'm like, okay, so tell your daughter to tell my daughter sorry, because her daughter was standing out there, my daughter was standing out there. So I'm like, okay, at least tell your daughter to tell my daughter that she apologized for punching my daughter. I'm like, okay, since you can't have these little kids, act like they can apologize to each other for whatever might have been going on. I'm like, so what's up? What's up? Okay, you want to fight me? You can fight me. Like, what's up? Like, I was literally outside screaming. Like, it like turned into like a whole group ring around us outside. I wasn't even trying to have it be like that. But I don't feel like kids, especially at like 8, 9, and 10 and all like that, should be running around fighting and just, because that's how some of these little girls do. They'll play like they're your friend. But then they'll try to like hit you and say little stick stuff on the side. So I'm like, tell your daughter to apologize to my daughter. So I literally wound up screaming. It was a screaming match, basically. But I could just see, I could see the fear in her eyes. She was looking at me like, this girl really crazy. I don't know. I'm like, hit me. We'll see what's going to go down if you hit me. Because your daughter's out here hitting my daughter. So we can go at it. We can squat right now. To make a long story short, that girl daughter never did mess with my daughter no more. And she was out there looking like she was the little girl that had punched my daughter. She was out there looking concerned for her mama. Yeah. It was so crazy. Then it was another situation. Y'all comment below and tell me how y'all handle bullying. Because I be feeling like these schools, they don't ever want to do nothing about bullying. I'ma just be real within this entire video. Okay, I'm gonna be real. So it was some little boy that was messing with my daughter at school. So I came up to the school one day, how when everybody just arrived into the school and they had their lockers or whatever. So there's one little boy named Martez or something like that. And I looked at him because my daughter had said that was the one that had been messing with her. So I looked at him and I was like, is you Martez? To make a long story short, I wound up like slamming lockers in front of that little boy. I was like, don't you ever in your life mess with my daughter again. I promise to God you better not never mess with my daughter again. And it went to that level because I had tried to get a parent conference going with the school. The school never did like notify this little boy mama, and we never did come in to talk about the situation. So I'm like, okay, so the school just gonna act like nothing is going on, like my daughter not being bullied or whatever. So I took it upon my own hands. I'm like, whenever I saw that little boy, I'm like, don't you never say nothing to my daughter again. Like, I was slamming lockers. Y'all, I don't be playing by my kids. I don't play about my kids. I'm like, first of all, these are my kids, okay? These are my kids. And I send my kids to school to learn. I don't send my kids to school to be bullied. I don't send my kids to school for you to give none of your opinions about nothing. I took it upon myself to be like, yeah, if the school won't handle this situation, I will, okay? I will. Y'all, I be doing some extreme stuff with these little kids, but I be feeling like it's because they parents do not be parenting them. They don't be teaching their kids right from wrong. Cause I had this little boy like cornered. I'm like, but it just goes to show how these school systems or whatever, like in these schools, they don't do nothing about a child being bullied. How many times do I gotta call the school and be like, yeah, this particular student is doing this or that to my child? A teacher will be like, oh, well, we gave them new assigned seats in class. That's not good enough. Did you sit down and have a talk with this child to tell this child to not bully other kids? Did you call the parent of this child? Why am I requesting for you to call the parent of this child? You should have been called the parent of this child if they doing something out of order in the classroom. So I asked the principal, can we have some type of meeting with this parent, and I'll show up, that parent show up, we can get this situation handled. It never happened. The principal never did nothing. So I feel like I be feeling like I have to go handle the situation myself. I know that's crazy, y'all, but I'm gonna wind up in jail. Like, I don't play games. I don't play games like that by my kids. So that's this little story time. But y'all comment below and let me know what y'all would do in a situation like that. Okay, because I done confronted a few little kids. I'm like, if your mama won't discipline you, I will. I ain't gonna put no hands on no kids or nothing like that, because them is kids. I'm gonna put hands on their parents. So y'all, thank you for watching this video. Thumbs this video up, like and subscribe, share with a friend, and I love all of you out there so very much, and God bless.